Hello and welcome back to our France campaign. Last time we put down a little bit of an internal war, and now we are going to join our ally, I think, in one of their wars, although they are losing it pretty badly. What exactly is happening in this war? So we are the only other person in the war. Our troops are definitely needed to win it, if it's going to happen. The person who's defending is Normandy. So this is war against the tyranny. So he's attacking this person, war against the tyranny. If we were to surrender, he would get imprisoned. Yeah. Yeah, valuable prisoners take it. Yeah, he imprisons Henri. And then, yeah, he'll release any valuable prisoners. So, pretty bad for us to have our ally imprisoned. Also, he's got ticking war score, which is not good. So the other side have ticking war score. So they're going to get war score each month. Oh, and they're about to get a huge amount of battle war score as well. That's not great. Yeah, they're about to get a huge amount of battle war score. In fact, they might just win the war off of that. Yeah, I don't really know what we can do here. I think, and it's diseased up there. I think we're not joining the war. Not because we don't want to help our ally. I just think it's a complete lost cause. I think that their amount of troops is going to disappear very quickly here. Their land is currently, like, sick. Yeah, I just don't see us winning the war. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. If they're still alive after this, we'll have a look. But, yeah, for now, I think we're going to chill. Oh, by the way, because we can't have an episode without me talking about tech things, I've gone back to the original way that the game was set up. Well, I think we're still on Vulcan, but the original way the game was set up was we didn't have any antivirus restrictions, we didn't have anything else. This is how the game worked, right? This is the last working version of the game that we had in terms of like how we had setups. It should mean that the game runs worse, but I'm thinking that maybe the game running worse is actually helping it not crash. But we'll test the theory today. We'll test the theory. If it still crashes, then I'll add the antivirus restriction on. At least it loads up quickly. Long-term fix. If this doesn't fix it, what I'm going to do is basically do nothing until the weekend. And the weekend, I'm going to go plug in a capture card and we'll get it coming from a different PC. I tried some other stuff like Steam streaming, but the game, like all this water looks horrible with Steam streaming because it's got low bitrate. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's as much as we're talking about tech stuff today. Let's let this war end. Okay, so they lost 10% war score from that battle, 9% from that battle. Yeah, so they're now retreating down here. So they have 3,000 troops. There are 5,000 here, which is 3.9 from you and 1.5 from you. So who's the other person in this war? That's you. So you're the other person in the war who I don't know about. So where's your arm? So you're all the way over here. How are you even in this war? Wait a second. How did you even join this war? Yeah, wait. Are you that person's ally? You're not even that person's ally. How did you get into the war? Wait, this is ridiculous. How did they get in the war? Wait, was it your parent maybe? It must be somebody was married and then they went into the war. When did you die? You died last year. So yeah, it's probably one of your wives? Or one of your children is married to somebody? I'm just like checking everybody going. Yeah, it must have been that he was somehow allied. But I still don't entirely know how this happened. Maybe it's an alliance via... There's a diplomacy one, which is in here, which is adaptive traditions. Not adaptive traditions, defensive negotiations. It must be this, but... Yeah, it's kind of wild for the AI to get an alliance so far out. So they might be coming. It's just going to take them a while. Yeah. How long's the war been going on for? 14 months. Yeah, I mean, if they were heading over, they'd probably be over by now. Yeah, I don't see their army in anywhere we can see. It might be worth us raising some troops to help out. The only other problem is that, obviously because of taking war score, we're going to have to siege something. How many bits of land does this guy hold? He holds 2. Yeah, so that would give you 100% war score if you were to siege both of them. Okay. I think I might wait another month and then I'll go to war. Yeah. Intrigue lifestyle perk. We're going to grab ourselves... Probably Court of Shadows. Yeah. Makes our disrupt schemes better. Or do I want to continue being in Intrigue? There's not really anything else I want to do in Intrigue, and we don't really have anyone who's, like, that well positioned, I think, for Intrigue, but we could think about it. I mean, you're still married to someone in Denmark, so there is potentially a world in which we can get Princess Sophie some land. Oh, never mind, it's Scandinavian elective. Well, that's not going to happen. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so I don't really know if we've got anything that we can do with Intrigue. It has been pointed out, by the way, that this child is not legitimized. That's deliberate. That's deliberate. They're English currently, and we would split our land in half. Well, split their counties in half to do it. So I don't necessarily want to legitimize them, even like if we had the ability to, which I don't think we do. Where is legitimizing? Oh no, there we go. I'm just thinking it costs too much. Yeah, it costs too much prestige. So yeah, we could legitimize him. I think if he becomes French and he gets a good education, we might consider legitimizing him, but we still have to get rid of our first son in order to make that son our heir. So it's going to be difficult. So yeah, we might have to live with club-footed, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I also have low controlling counties. That's my new counties. You know what I might do? I might send you just over there to increase control in that one. Nice. Okay. Chill for a second. So we have 2.4. You're about to arrive at your destination. They're about to be caught. I think they're a mercenary company. Yeah, they're almost certainly about to be caught. When are you going to arrive there? 4 days. You're going to leave in 2 days. Oh, maybe. Maybe you might live. Yeah, I think we raise troops and we go. I've been umming and on. Let's just raise troops. If we lose the war, we lose the war. We're not going to have a faction against us right now, so let's just do that. Right. We need to win a battle, I think. Did that army... That army, I think, just went in fog of war. Unless they actually disbanded it, which would be crazy, because I'm fairly certain they just paid for those mercenaries. Okay. I want to head here and then, like, here. What are you thinking, AI? You think that's a good idea? Because you need to win a battle, because if you don't win a battle, then you're not going to be able to win the war. 18 months left. Yeah, you don't have 18 months. You see here, there's 16% war score till they win, and they're going to siege this in 10 months anyway. You got to go fight. Come on. Duke Gilbert is now the person in this war. Doesn't really change things, but it's interesting. Okay, I'll come add my troops to your siege, but like it's not gonna work. Okay. Well, they're through the walls, 15 months left versus 11 months. The thing is, it's still not enough. Like, it's in 14 ticks. They're gonna have enough war score. I think ticking war score is probably they hold all their land, but yeah. Do I want to pay homage to my liege? I think so. Yeah, I think I do. And give nothing, I think. Yeah. Let's see here. So, if I was to make ourselves a little route... oh. You give me the pay homage thing again? Game? Pay homage? There we go. Thank you. I didn't mean to go that many out. So I'm thinking, this is the only river crop. Well, unless I do like this, yeah. Then cut into here. Let's say that I'm going to go here as well. Then, problem is, like, a lot of this is just dangerous to go through. Yeah, I think, was there a way to cross here or here? I think there might be a way to cross through Basingstoke. Yeah. And that kind of works. And then I can say go here. Ah, look at that. Then it also goes on to the way back. So I'd want to go there. There. Is that working? That did not work, huh? Okay. Customize route. Now I'm going to say I'm going to go Basingstoke. No, that is not working. That's fine. I'm trying to use the new shift thing, in case you're wondering, but like it's trying to put it in here, but that's obviously not where I want it to be. That's fine. And then on the way back, we also want to go through here. Oh, and then cut back into here. What have I missed? I've missed, after this, that I want to go to, like, there. Wonderful. So now I can get there and back again. Now, to make it less dangerous, I think I need an experienced captain, and then that's fine. Yeah, let's start traveling. Wonderful. Okay. We'll go speed 5 for a little bit. Right. Caravan master position is vacated. That's horrible news. We're not going to apply it while we're traveling because the game doesn't like that. But the reason why it's horrible news is if I look at us traveling, it should mean that these are more dangerous, although they're actually not, because you're still counted as my caravan master for now. Okay, it's interesting. Okay. The fanatic. My entourage passes through Verneuil without issue until I hear some commotion coming from around my guards. Eventually, a stranger manages to push through and stand by my side, beaming as if blessed by God himself. By God, by the Lord, it's the Duke of Aquitaine. I desire nothing more than to serve you unconditionally for the rest of my life. My guards stand at the ready to throw her back into the mud, but she would certainly make for a loyal courtier. Okay. Well, let's have a look at Mabel. She's pretty uninspiring. I guess I'm going to give her 25 gold. Yeah, I don't feel great about it. Danger. Traveling through the somewhat, or sometimes harsh environments has invigorating effects on at least my state of mind and vigor. As I glance over at Guy, however, he does not appear to be doing as well. His movements are laboured, his breathing heavy, and spontaneous bursts of coughing ripple through his body. Clearly, he is not well. Now, the problem here is that usually this event lets you use your personal physician, but because it's our personal physician who's ill, we can't. I think I'm going to roll the dice and I'm going to try and cure him. He lost the trait ill. I cured him. Well, that surprises me. We got 11 months left on that. Yeah, it's not going to work. This just ain't going to work unless you assault, and they're not going to assault because the AI doesn't do that. As far as I'm aware. Right. Back over here, and... Okay, I thought the game had crashed, but it had not. Taking a knee. Servants usher me into King Henry IV's great hall in London, where he sits on his throne waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge the many oaths of homage, as his scribes record the event. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer my king except my promise to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. Henry bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction, along with my rights to the lands I rule in his stead. So I get some renown, he gets some opinion of me, and I get some prestige. I think he also gets benefits as well, but that's okay. My level of fame went up. Level of fame's okay. I think it increased our number of knights and increases secular opinion. We can go back to the previous level if I want to have a look at that. So if we go to established, yeah, so you don't get anything at established. And then you get knights and secular opinion. You might be like, wait, what about herd capacity? Now, herd capacity only matters if you're playing here as a nomad. Otherwise, it does nothing. It would be nice if it, like, filtered those a little bit. I can see arguments against it, but it would be nice if it showed you only buffs that are actually relevant to you, or maybe had them in 2 sections. But, yeah. I can see the argument the other way. The other way is that, well, I guess... it wouldn't be an argument against 2 sections, but the argument against not showing it is that you might want to know when you're going to have a buff, because you might want to switch government type or something, but anyway, that's fine. Oh, we need to marry off our sister. Oh, we should do that at some point. Yeah. Okay. Right, making our way back. What does the 3... oh, the 3 means that... wait, yeah, what does the 3 mean here? Power sharing regency scales of power is at level 1. Why does it say 3? I don't know. Maybe it's Liege's power share. Ah, our Liege is at level 3. Ah, okay. That's a little confusing. Okay. How's our siege going? Still going. Oh, that looks like some other armies have arrived around here, although I think these are local armies. Yeah, so these are local armies who are fighting each other. Okay. Just unrelated to this war. Also, I think that they just, they get 100% from fully sieging, so that's the end of the war. The Wandering Knight. As we walk through the streets of Somur, there is a loud ruckus at one of the market stalls, with two men yelling at one another. Before we can make our way there, a man has already stepped in between and talked them down. See, it will be fine, he tells the man at the stall with a smile and hands him a coin. With that simple act of generosity, everything returns to normalcy. He turns to us as we approach, no banner or mark telling me of any liege lord, perhaps a wandering knight. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this yet in this playthrough, but apparently they have, I'm going to do this first and then I'll talk about it, because I just realized we're on the 31st and I'm still paranoid. Do I want to recruit this guy? Yeah, we'll recruit him. We'll spend that. Okay, we're past the first. Apparently, and I think I read this in the patch notes, they've reduced the number of travel events, just in general, which sounds good, because we used to get a huge number, but anyway, it's not going to greatly affect us, one way or the other. So yeah, we lost the war, which we were always going to lose. There was no way we were going to win that one. Our alliance with Henri is gone because he is no longer a ruler. Can I pay for his ransom? No. Okay, well, that's about it then, I guess, for him. Oh, my men-at-arms are unstationed. Did I not station them at the end of last episode? I must have done it before a crash. That makes perfect sense. Let's go to the 1st of February. Wonderful. Actually, I'm going to wait till I get back as well. We're back. Wonderful. I want to marry off my half-sister. So, we just lost our alliance with you. Who do we have alliances with? We have alliances with Portugal and Aragon. Okay. They're reasonably good alliances. They're incredible alliances. So I probably don't need another alliance. I probably don't need like a Kingdom of Norway or something. That seems a little much. But what are the best alliances available? There's an alliance with Hungary. Now, this one we could re-up just so that we can continually be in with the Arpads, right? Because we can raise our house relation up there. We could marry into the French kingdom as well if we wanted to. Although, I don't think we do actually want to, especially if we want to take their title. We could marry again into the Kingdom of Aragon. We could have 2 marriages connecting us to them. So which house would that connect us to? House Barcelona. Yeah. We could reconnect in there. That would be fine. I'm happy with that. You know what? Let's marry our half-sister off here. What's our initial alliance with them as well, actually? It is through... Oh, my half-sister. So yeah, I guess I'm marrying off both my half-sisters here to the same person. That's fine. I'm happy. We're just improving house relations at this point. That's the way I'm seeing it. Right, so this is marrying to the youngest son. I assume that my... Oh, my half-sister is actually married to the father. Yeah, so that's going to be weird, but anyway. That's fine. Especially as they're twins. For one to marry the son and one marry the father. But anyway, so that betrothal's through. So we're increasing our house relations. That's good. We can pardon criminals and we can imprison criminals. Personal physician, no. My lover Margaret, no. I love how we can imprison our lover Margaret for being a fornicator. She was fornicating with us. You know what? I pardon you, Margaret, and I lose stress for it because I'm forgiving. I've forgiven her for fornicating with us. Yes. Yes, I have. Okay. Going forward to the 1st of March. Right. I can offer a hostage. I'm not going to do that. We're raising county control here. And we could raise it over here, but we're going to raise it on this one first because it's got more stuff in it. Do we want to move our capital, by the way? Would our capital feel nicer over here? I mean, this is the duchy capital. I think our capital would feel nicer over here. Yeah. We're going to move our capital one to the side. So this is now the new realm capital. And I think this makes sense because this one we can build duchy buildings and things in. In fact, we could build one immediately. Should I build something that makes our increases the number of knights we get and makes our knights better? That I think sounds good. Unless we're going to build like jousting grounds and make it so that... well, we can already hold jousts, but it would reduce the cost of that if we did a grand tournament. We should do grand tournaments as well. I think that although these are interesting, honestly, we're not going to get better than just like military academies. It also allows us to train knights when we travel as well. Okay, yeah, that seems reasonable. Let's build a military academy here. That's a big purchase we can do towards our objectives here. Okay, pay ransom. You want to pay 50 gold for Count Joffrey. I'm going to decline. Isabel of Surrey. I'm going to decline. Wait, she's the one who invited us on a hunt. My prisoner escaped. I should have taken the 50 gold. Okay, never mind. Immediately punished. I can imprison him, though. It won't succeed because he doesn't like me. Which I always find is very weird, like that their opinion of you affects how likely it is that you're going to imprison them, but anyway. I guess it does make some level of sense somewhere, but that's fine. I could invite him to a hunt. That might work. But yeah, I have no real money right now, so we'll chill for a second. Level of devotion has gone back up to dutiful, which means that we're no longer taking the negatives that we had when we were at Sinner, which was negative same faith clergy opinion, which actually doesn't matter that much. Although the clergy do need to pay us money, so, you know, it does kind of matter. Right. Evening reflections. Yeah, I'm not going to read the poetry, but we can choose to become a poet, which is a nice enough trait. It's pretty good for diplomacy per level of fame, although we only have a level 1 fame. I can become a journaler, or I'll have a bath. I think poet makes a lot of sense for us. Yeah, it also means our personal schemes are better, which is good because we have a lot of them. Oh, I was considering switching our lifestyle, and then I didn't. So I guess I'll switch our lifestyle in a minute, as in when this reaches the next perk. Okay. One negative of having a capital on the coast is that we are going to be more susceptible to diseases that are spreading. It's not ideal, but anyway. My liege is going to war with Herefordshire, which makes perfect sense. This is kind of what we thought would happen. Although we also thought they were going to win their war for Leinster, but I guess not. But yeah, going to war for Herefordshire makes perfect sense because then they can continue getting more of England and more of Britannia, which we think is their end goal. Okay. You know what we're going to do here? I'm going to do a little knight check. I want to see how our knights are looking. Let's go in here and just have a look. So, we have a ton of people who are eligible to be knights right now. Robin is currently our guest. Oh yeah, he appeared in our court and we never... Oh no, I recruited him on one of the ones where we had to reload. Yes, I will definitely recruit Robin again. Okay, I think we can move our knight requirements up to being 10 prowess. I think that is perfectly reasonable. Yeah. We could maybe even go up further. I think this is fine. So we have 7 eligible courtiers and vassals. We should also do some marrying off of our court as well. Oh, let's also just do a little check-in at the people we've had educated. So our niece has been educated. She was married off to Nicholas Marshall. I apparently didn't get a say in that, but that's fine because I guess our brother did. So let's remove our niece there. Right. You are not looking fantastic, nephew. I gotta be honest with you here, but you are being educated by the default tutor in our court, so that's fine. And then everybody else... Actually, let's just go through these. So you're being educated by nobody. You're also just being educated by the default person in our court. For now. You're also betrothed. Did I betroth... Oh, I did betroth you. Yes. Okay. You're currently being educated by Fibonacci, which is fine. He still doesn't want to join my court. Could learn this language, I suppose, but I don't think he'll want to join our court either way. Yeah, no. Could wait till we get the ability to kidnap him. I could fabricate a hook on him and then he would join our court. That'd be useful, actually. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not going to spend any extra money on it, but I'll definitely do it. We're just going to go for some nice and easy people to get in this. There we go. Let's go with you. Yeah, let's try and make him join our court. That would be fine. Okay. Oh, I need to turn on auto-invite now. I could have done auto-invite initially because we weren't inviting anyone else. As in we weren't... I can use words occasionally. I should have turned on auto-invite because we weren't trying to bribe anyone to get into the thing. I'm going to skip forward a month as well so we can do another autosave. My daughter at her first steps. I'm going to just get some prestige with that. There we go. Run the first. Anyway. Let's see. You are being educated by us until you stop being French. Sorry, until you stop being English. This daughter is Hale. I guess we would like her to be educated by someone lustful, ideally. Oh, I need a new caravan master as well. That could be my sister, but she was ineligible, which usually means that they're in the line of succession, because I think that makes them ineligible to be a caravan master. Is somewhere. Yeah, not currently power sharing or in line of succession to share power. So they must be in line of succession to share power, which is not good. Guess I could make it you and have you try. Is the one to try and improve yourself? Yeah. Let's make it you and have you try and improve yourself. Right, we had a crash, so we've added back in some stuff, and I need to go and put people who we've put in position. So he's going to improve his own skills. Hopefully he'll improve over time. That's kind of the hope. Well, apparently his known languages increases it. I didn't know that it would do that. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, but it might be useful if we want to educate somebody to be a caravan master. Right, next thing that we want to do is we were looking at you, right? And we were going to find an educator, and then I was like, yeah, we're going to go and open this and find you an educator. So let's go for... Do I have an educating preset? I have no presets anymore. Oh, wonderful. I must have lost those in one of the reinstalls. That's fine. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, I figured out how to get rid of reactive stuff, by the way. Although it's only done the ones that we've done so far. The way you get rid of reactive stuff is there's a tutorial.txt, which is just in the documents folder, and you just like copy and paste it, and it gets rid of everything. But anyway, so that's useful. So yes, I actually want this to be all. I want this to be inside diplomatic range. Then for our daughter, what are we really looking for? I think we're looking for a lustful and... Yeah, we're probably just looking for lustful for our daughter. Let's say that we want them to be our religion. We want them to not be imprisoned. And we want them to be an adult. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Let's save this as educators. I feel like I've done this before. Right, and then we're looking for, like, lustful. I don't really care how good their education is. I just kind of want them to be able to pass on traits. Let's go lustful. I guess lustful rakish is fine. What else could I do here? Let's say, if we've got this many people, let's say I want them to be French. Okay. Will the Duke of Savoy educate my daughter? Let's find out. Hey you, will you educate my daughter? Yep, he will do, because it's my child. So we'll send my daughter off to the Duke of Savoy. And then nobody else is of age, unless I do reset court and then see some... Oh, and I want children here. I think we have everybody in here, don't we? I don't have floor. Oh, I might as well sort by age as well. That makes life a little easier. Yeah, I have Marguerite. I don't have Antoinette. And I don't have Fleur. Fleur was Manel and Truth's daughter. Okay, cool. Right, that's all fine. Let's unpause. It's okay. Right, we have a little bit of money now as well if we wanted to spend it. There's a way of opening and closing these now, right? Yeah, control 1. Yeah, so let's do that. Control 2. Okay, learn a hotkey. Because I don't really care about the pinned characters until we care about them. So we'll leave it like this for now, and then I can see how our military schools are doing. That's all okay. Could probably host some kind of thing right now. Daughter has gone off to somebody's court. Also, when was... oh, I was going to say, when was this person's birthday? Now. We don't need anything for them. They're not anything special. That's fine. I was going to do marrying off of people in our court, wasn't I? Yes, I was going to do that. Let's do that now. So, let's make our court married filter. So we're looking for court. We're looking for an adult. And we're looking for eligible to marry. Is there anything else I need to put in here? No, I don't think so. I think that's it. Yeah, it's a pretty simple filter now. Save filter as court marry. Wonderful. Right. Let's do. I think we said if there are women in our court, we're only going to marry them off to men in our court. If we were going to marry them off. But I think if they're over the age of 45, as in if they're not going to have children, we shouldn't bother marrying them off. Most likely. So actually, let's just do. Let's do women first. So that leaves us our lover and then Radegund. Well, Radegund can probably just marry somebody in our court then. So let's say, well, sorry, don't want to do that. I actually want to do this. There we go. So now it's only showing people in our court. She could marry Robin. That would be fine. Yeah, unless we don't want to pass dwarf across, which we probably don't actually. So you're going to marry Raoul instead. Wait, no, we're both lowborn. That's fine. If either of them are noble, we should marry it matrilineally at that point. But anyway, that's fine. Let's toggle our filter. And let's go with male. So Robin, we probably actually don't want to marry off because we don't want to pass dwarf down to his successors. Weak is not a congenital trait, so that should be fine for us to marry him off. Yeah, we should be fine to marry all of these guys off. Who did you murder? Sorry, you've got the murderer thing? Who did you murder? Obviously nobody important because you don't have any kill list, but... Okay. Oh, good to know. Find spouse. So, I need to create a marrying filter as well here. So let's say... Age difference is 10. Let's say they have to be an adult. Let's go with healthy. Let's assume inheritable traits as much as we can. Religion is going to be Catholic. Anything else that we need here? No, the rest of that should be fine. Yeah, the rest of that's fine. Let's make a new filter, which is going to be marry court. Right, so let's do that. Right, so that leaves us with 8 characters. There's a genius you can marry. So you can marry that person. Yeah, you can marry the genius. That's fine. Or I think this is Gil or something like that. I would be tempted to say Guile or Giles, but I don't think it is. Right, here. Guess you could marry Elizabeth here. That would be fine. Then Francois. How about Evelyn for you? There we go. Right. That's all okay. Oh, also, am I able to have a court brewmaster again? I am. Fantastic. I am going to make my Knight of Wine a court brewmaster no matter what. So, Francois is going to be our court brewmaster. Aren't he's good at it? Okay, well, there we go. I think for his court position, he has to have Eager Reveler, and Eager Reveler is something that goes into this, so that seems good. I don't think I want you to do anything, though. I think I just want to have a court brewmaster. We should probably do a feast at some point. Master of the Hunt's still this guy. Can we replace him? Yeah. We can replace him for 200. Yeah, I don't want to replace him yet, then. That's fine. Okay, let's let time move on. We've moved forward past a save. We moved forward past another save. Do I want to hold an event? I could hold a feast, I could hold a hunt. Either would be fine. How old is my son as well? He's 8. Is there anything I can do with my son? Can I have him study a language? Why would he need to know any other language? He already knows French. What could I have him learn? As High German? Yeah. What would you be able to teach him? The Doc Vulgar. Yeah, I was wondering whether I could get him to learn Latin, but yeah, I actually don't care that much, so that's fine. He can learn it via the university event like everybody else. I was going in here for a reason. I've forgotten what the reason was. That's fine. Oh yeah, I was going to hold an event and then I clicked the wrong one. So, what do we want to do? Host a funeral? Not a funeral. A feast or a hunt, maybe? Neither of them are going to be good for our stress, because not that we have any, because we are shy. We could hold a hunt, I suppose. That's probably good. Yeah, let's hold a hunt. Just a normal hunt. And we can hold it over here now. Well, actually, we could always hold it over there, because it's land we used to hold. But what I'm meaning is, no longer do people hate us everywhere. So we can actually just hold it in, like, some hunting... Oh, never mind. They do hate us. Due to Holder's opinion of me. Never mind, I'm actually entirely incorrect about that there. Alright, back in here, let's hold a hunt. Hunt. But we can hold it here in these hunting grounds, and now we hold this land directly, so that's fine. Let's go for a nice simple one here. I don't need experienced captains. I don't have the ability to take my knights with us because we haven't built the building yet. Let's clear this out a little bit. I want court hunters. I want... I don't really care about close family. I don't want my suzerain or liege. I don't want fellow vassals. I don't want tributaries. I don't really want vassals either, if I'm honest with you. Yeah. We've invited too many people. But a bunch of them are going to say no anyway. So that's fine. Right. And our goal is... Let's just say recreation. That's fine. We're only really going so that people can get the hunter trait. Right. That's fine. Let's go. It's really going to take 5 months for people to arrive? Oh, my brother is coming. Oh. That's awkward. That's definitely awkward that my brother is coming to this. Okay. Hey, we got the Intrigue perk. I'm going to go out there for a hare. Right, before we do anything else, let's grab one of these. Let's make initial enemy hostile schemes less successful. Now, we need to switch from this now. We've been in Intrigue too long. What do I want here? Inspection is quite useful for upgrading buildings. I don't really want whole of body and to live forever. More money is fine. More martial is okay. I do like accolade glory gain. We could start working on that. Groom to rule is really nice for children. Yeah, I might go in here just to get groom to rule. Let's grab ourselves 3 diplomacy as well. Right. So we're now sitting at a whole 7 diplomacy. Only -1 general opinion now. Okay. Cool. 42 days till this ends. We have found a raptor. We've done this one before. Do I want the raptor? I don't think I do, right? I could just give it to, yeah, one of my courtiers. Yeah, I'll give it to one of my courtiers. That's fine. Okay. Wildflowers. So this one we've had before as well. We can make him slightly better, remove him from the activity, or we can say get back on your horse. Let's say get back on your horse. Let's increase our success chance here. Cornering the hare. We're going to go with the perilous one because it's less stressful. Rise of the Mongols. Oh. Word comes. A savage tyrant rises among the barbarian tribes of the distant steppes. A Kagan Temujin, who declares himself the ruler of the universe, the greatest of all Khans. Amidst nervous laughter, my counselors tell me that he has sworn to conquer the whole world, to grind cities into dust under the hooves of horses, to sunder castle walls with bow and arrow. He is not the first nomad to make these claims, but they say also that the Kagan rides before a horde of thousands, of invincible horsemen that cannot be killed. Behind our walls, surely we are safe. Counties occupied by the Mongols will lose a large portion of their development. He gets the Mongol Empire, he gets the greatest of all Khans, which is a huge bonus. He gets massive army of special troops, and he gets golden lineage as well, which is quite nice. And his children get it as well. But we're surely safe behind our walls. So where is he? Probably hasn't spawned in properly yet, but also no real China either. So there is a chance that he just goes crazy. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. Anyway, back to our hunt, our peaceful hunt. Treacherous game. Like all game, the slippery hare has many tricks, blenches and ruses that can fool even experienced hunters. My steward Clotaire has halted the party. The wily hare has been doubling to and fro, retracing its steps and running trails to throw us off the scent. There's no agreement over which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us further from our prize. Okay. Sensei patience, this should be easy to solve. I'll trust him. What does the local gamekeeper think? I'm going to trust him, because it's the same as us doing it, except it also gets him some opinion. We've cornered the hare. Although I don't know why the hare made that noise. After hours of riding, we're finally cornering the wily beast. Our chase has not been in vain. The weary jack is spent, already bitten by a hound. It squats in terror as the dogs close in, held in check by the feuters. Or the feuters? It gave us, and the dogs in particular, a mighty good chase, dashing, rusing, and hiding between every pock and scrub of the plain. But we caught it in the end. I'm going to say, hold off, I want to practice my aim. Okay, and then we gain 5 stress due to multiple pluses and minuses here. But that's okay. The kill. I take aim as the party keeps the exhausted animal in place. Exhale and loose. The arrow strikes true straight into the beast's heart. That's how you do it. Yep. We've arrived home already. Hunts like this are pure joy. I cannot wait till next year. Though the quarry may have been small, the party is still elated with the satisfaction of a good hunt. Guy directs the breaking up, carefully skinning the carcass with direction from the game masters, who place the eager dog's share of the spoils on the stretched hide before departing for camp and home. So I can get a hare foot. It's not very good, but you know what? I'm going to take it, because I really don't have many other artifacts. The hunt has inspired Baudouin, my master of the hunt. He can be acclaimed as a huntsmaster. Okay. Do I want to study this guy's personality to increase my base success chance, or do I want to get it guaranteed and lower my advantages? I want to take the 66% chance. He's now suspicious. Oh no. Okay, anyway. We now have a hare foot. Well, you know, that's a positive, I guess. It's a permanent improvement. Oh, the Knights of Wine can be improved. Oh, we can get a new thing here. Oh, that's because it reached glory level 2. Oh, that's cool. And yeah, you can apparently get the Huntsmaster trait, which you can also be improved with Stalwart. Oh, okay. I like how they all have pictures now as well. Well, let's start with you. So what do I want? So what is he currently? He's currently Master of Revels. So Marauder, Thug, Disciplinarian. I think that Thug is interesting. Dread per Tyranny. Disciplinarian, Levy Reinforcement rate's okay as well. I don't think Marauder is it. Yeah. Yeah, although this one's kind of gets you Prestige, so it is kind of synergistic. Like that's synergistic with Prestige. That we don't really have any Tyranny. A Levy Reinforcement rate. Disciplinarian's probably the best one here. Let's add that. Okay. Wait, can you just add more attributes? No. Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. That's cool though. So we've now got that. But what happens if I add another one? Because this is rank 1 effects, right? So that's going to be rank 1 I get stuff, rank 2 I get stuff. How does this level up? I haven't quite figured that out actually. How does it level up? Or is it you get accolade attributes and you can spend them on the previous accolades? Also, squires are now feckless instead of pathetic. Okay. And you do not have any unspent accolade stuff. Okay, fair enough. In which case, whatever. Also, I'm just thinking, if this guy, just for a naming convention, if this guy is the Knight of Hunts, this guy should be the Knight of Wines, not the Knight of Wine. Yeah, of many different types of wine. I think that is better. Hey, he's come of age. This is our nephew. Our nephew is pretty garbage, all things considered. But we can marry him off. Is this with our marriage filter on? It is. Okay, there aren't a ton of people he can marry. I guess you can marry her because she's at least noble. Yeah. Or you can marry into this person's family. They're a republic. But yeah, no, I'm going to marry you to the noble person. There we go. That seems fine. Right. That is perfectly acceptable. You are now removed from the children list. And now we shall carry on. You know what, let's close the children list for now. Oh, actually, let's go like this. There I can see my military school's progress. New liege? King Aubrey has become your new liege after inheriting titles from King Henry, but Aubrey is imprisoned. Okay, so Henry died. Henry IV died. Okay, yeah. So let's have a look here. So what happened to this? Title history. He was murdered. So Henry IV was murdered. And the title then reverted to Aubrey. Was there a succession law here? High partition. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that all went back to Aubrey, who is Henry III's son. But he's currently imprisoned by the Holy Roman Emperor. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting turn of events. Okay. So that's not what I would call stable. Yeah, it's not a stable situation to be in. And with that, I think I might end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go forward to the first. I don't need to tell you why we're going forward to the first at this point. Just so the autosave triggers. There we go. I did try something between crashes. So we had the crash in the middle. I've done something which somebody suggested, which is to apply or to use a program called Process Lasso, which in theory you can then limit the cores that Crusader Kings uses, and if you limit certain cores, then it won't crash. I have no idea if that's true or not. All I can say is it didn't crash, but that doesn't mean that it's because we fixed the issue. It's just because we didn't run into a crash. But I'm going to choose to be positive and hopeful. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.